Last Christmas I gave you my heart. As you could already understand from the description, today's video will be about Christmas movies, my favorite Christmas movies. I made like a list of 10 Christmas movies I watched and I liked. Start my list by the number one for me, Home Alone. Home Alone 1 and 2. Actually, I love the second one more because he is in New York. So I'm actually waiting the whole year until the 24th of December to just sit down in the evening and watch both of them in one night. So it makes this Christmassy atmosphere even more special. So this year I also cannot wait for 24 so I can watch it again, and I really stop myself during the year not to watch it because I want to. And moving on to the second one and second favorite is Harry Potter, of course. I will not give the description of these two because I think everyone knows about these two movies, but they should be in the first place. But Harry Potter I watch after the 31st of December, so after the New Year's Eve, on the 1st, 2nd, 3rd and la la la. So whenever I'm at home, laying down in the sofa, eating junk food, I like to rewatch actually all the Harry Potter episodes, or how to say that, films, whatever. The previous year we did the same. We watched it with Ilkin and my little sister, and she didn't watch it actually, all of the parts. Oh, parts, exactly. All of the parts, so that's why we watched from first to the last one. Moving on to the new ones. I watched this, the next movie I will tell you in I think last year it was. And it's from 2018, yeah, The Princess Switch. So I will give very quick description, guys. I will not stop because if I will start really describing the movie, I think I will just tell you all the movie. But all of the next ones are new, and I like them. I watched them and I like them, so I suggest them. But they're not I couldn't place them in third place, fourth place. It's only Home Alone and Harry Potter that could be in the first two, and the rest are more romantic comedies or dramas, or yeah, but related with Christmas. So yeah, The Princess Switch. So basically it's Vanessa Hudgens who plays, if you don't know with the name, it's the girl from High School Musical. So the movie is basically about two girls that look alike, and 1 week before Christmas, Duchess switches places. The Duchess, yeah, one of the girls is Dutch. No, Duchess. Wait a second. Duchess. Exactly. I never use this word, so I don't know how to pronounce it. So one of the girls is the Duchess, and then another one is an ordinary woman from Chicago who likes to bake, and she has her own bakery. Girl is going to the competition, the bakery competition, and then when they meet, they decided to switch. The next movie on the list is The Holiday Calendar. I also watched it in 2018, I mean last year. It's about one girl, I don't know her name, but she played Bonnie in Vampire's Diary. Basically the movie is about a photographer who inherits an antique advent calendar that seems to predict her future, including a budding romance. So and this advent calendar. It has like small toys inside. Whenever she opens them, she sees like a car, and then something is happening with this car. Like, for example, she ended up in the accident. It's not like this, but I'm just saying. So yeah, and of course it's a love story inside, and la la la. By the way, in the previous as well, like love story, and during Christmas, you know, drama style. I do this. I hate that. It's every time when I'm nervous, you know, guys. I realize that every time when I'm nervous, I don't know why I'm nervous like now, but yeah, who cares? I do this, so I need to stop. The next on the list is the movie Love Actually. It's drama romance. It's from 2003, but I do really love it. I didn't watch it this year, so I hardly remember all the details, but that's good because I will not spoil. And I will not spoil, I will not give spoilers. But basically it's about 8 couples who lives in London and try to deal with their relationships in a different ways and discover how complicated relationships can be. The one I watched maybe a week ago, it's called The Night, not the night like night or a day night, but it's like a night before Christmas. It's from Netflix, and it's again Vanessa Hudgens, by the way. I think she loves Christmas movies as well. It's a love story between and it's about time travel. So there is a knight who came back from, I think, 1930s or something like this. So he came from the past to the future, 2019, and during the like 10 days or 20 days before Christmas. So he ended up in 2019, and he saw all of the innovations and like this kind of things. It's very interesting from this side how he reacts, you know. It's like very funny. And so then they meet with Vanessa, and he has to in order to come back to his like time, he needs to accomplish something. Like one woman, like, she appears in the forest and she said like, you need to find your purpose or find your aim, and you need to accomplish like why you came to 2019. And he doesn't know what it is, and you don't know also what it is, so you need to watch it to understand, to see how he came back, if he came back, and if they're gonna be together, and how it all works, because he's completely from different culture, she's completely from different culture, and how they're gonna like communicate. So the next movie is The Holiday in the Wild. It starts with like in August, and the family, like a perfect family, like the picture, I would say, of the perfect family. They actually are not perfect at all. So the movie starts as they take picture in the Christmas ugly sweaters in front of the Christmas tree in August. So they will like be ready with Christmas cards to send during Christmas. And their son is like, there's couple, and there's family, mom, dad, and the son. So whenever the son is going out from home, he's going to study in the gymnasium or in college. So the father is asking the mother, I don't know the name, sorry. The father asking the mother to divorce, because he said, I'm not happy, and la la la. So, and that is why she's going to travel alone. She booked a travel for both of them, but because he said like, I want divorce, she decided to go alone anyways. And then she ended up in Africa, and you're gonna see, actually it's like, I cried so much because it's this movie also includes animals, and it's about the saving of the elephants, and about love. So she meets a man over there, and you're gonna like see how they how their relationship develop. And yeah, I just put it like the last moment because I understood that I only had 9. So I put Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and at the end, but it should be in the beginning because it's one of the old ones as well. And by the way, Love Actually too. Okay, anyways, guys, it's not chronological video, sorry. But I just said like two most famous and most favorite ones for me. That's why they were in the beginning. But the rest is just like mixed. So yeah, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, I guess you know it. If you don't know it, you should know it. That's it, that's all I can say. It's, if you don't know from the name, it's Willy Wonka, or maybe Billy Wonka, Willy Wonka. I watched it in Russian, so it's Willy Wonka in Russian. And it's about the owner of the chocolate factory who produces very good chocolate, and then he decided to give out 5 tickets inside of his chocolate for 5 lucky kids who will come, and he will do like a tour around his factory. That's it. That's all I will say. And it's lots of fantasy, lots of funny moments, maybe cruelty a little bit, I would say. And there are some lessons to learn. Actually, you know what? In all of the movies, in all of these Christmas movies, there are lessons to learn. You can compare yourself. That's what I loved actually doing after the movie. And the next one, we watched yesterday, so it's like very fresh. It's called Last Christmas. We watched it in the movies, in the cinema. I loved it. It's, first of all, it's Emilia Clarke. She was actually, it was disturbing how she moved her eyebrows. She's like, I cannot even do it, you know, like her eyebrows were like flying around her face. That was the only annoying thing in the movie. The rest, it was just magical. First of all, it was so kind. It included love, and like I would never ever expected this ending. Seriously, I really, guys, if you haven't watched, go and watch it. In the even in the cinema, like it gives more you know, Christmassy atmosphere. Everyone is like, it's warm inside, everyone is like, lots of people. And yeah, try to go like not when you're alone in the cinema, but like when it's full of people, so maybe after 6 p.m, so whenever people going out from work, so like this kind of atmosphere. So yeah, and about the movie, quickly, I said already some of the things, but about the movie, so Emilia Clarke, she had a heart operation, and she works in the Christmas shop in London. And after this operation, she cannot control herself, like psychologically she's like lost, I would say. And she has problem with her family, and they actually they are migrants from Yugoslavia. And this is another thing I loved about the movie, how they presented the migration issues at the moment. Like it was so on the current situation, you know, that we I can say, yeah, okay, we have in Europe. And honestly speaking, I don't know, I was crying because of this love moments, you know, and because of the ending. But for me, like the most thing that touched me is this migration things. I don't know why, like my eyes were like wet when like some things like were happening, or like the dialogues they had. And I will just say one thing, when there was a couple sitting in the bus, they were talking, I think it was Croatian, and then a guy from, probably local one from UK, he entered the bus and he started to scream at them like, speak English, you live in England, you had to go back to your countries. And like, you know, like this cruelty, angriness of locals against the migrants, like I don't know, it really touched me. Like we don't have it in Sweden, thanks God. Maybe people hate migrants, I don't know, like some. But Swedish people are more tolerant, so they don't show their hate like straightforward. They might not like us, but they don't show it that much, at least on the face. So yeah, that's why it touched me very hard, this moment. But yeah, again, the movie is amazing. You should go and watch it. There is Last Christmas, and it's called Last Christmas, and the song, like the soundtrack, is Last Christmas I gave you my heart. So it's now it has the whole new meaning for me, and you understand only after you watch the movie. And if you watch the movie, please text me on Instagram or write down below what you think. I need to discuss with someone who watched this movie as well. It's called Christmas Chronicles. It's very kind, very funny. It's basically about the one family, mother and two siblings, older brother and a younger sister, and how they fight, like a normal situation in the family, how like siblings fight. And it's a Christmas Eve, and so they decided, like the little one, the girl, she decided like to tape no, she was watching the old videos because her mom was always taping the Christmas Eve on the camera, and so she watched previous year Christmas Eve, and then she saw like a hand of Santa Claus, and she was like, she showed it to her brother, and he was like, it's not Santa Claus, like he doesn't exist, you know, like this kind of things. So, and then she asked him to like go with her and like prepare like a hole, and she put like a camera in, and then during the night, like they fell asleep, and then they like heard the noise of like they put like a bell. So he touched the bell because he entered from the chimney and yeah, so, and then they saw the Santa Claus himself, and then you're gonna see what happened next. I don't want to say, because if I will say one more thing, I'm gonna destroy half of the movie. Yeah, by the way, I didn't say about Last Christmas. It gave me so much thoughts after the movie, you know, and I like when the movie gives this thing to you, you know, like that you need to go inside of you, look inside, like rethink your behavior, rethink your worldview, I would even say. So I love this kind of movies, and all of the ones I told you, they kind of impacted me somehow. So yeah, that is why they're on my list. There are way more, of course, Christmas movies, but I just picked, you know, the best ones that, yeah, had impact on me. Thank you for watching this video. I will go now and edit it, so I will post it tomorrow, and then I will move on to edit the Finland vlog, and then, oh yeah, and then the next ones I taped yesterday and the day before yesterday. You know, it's very tiring, seriously, but I love it. I love it so much, and I hope I will make it until 24th on time this year, or maybe like 2-3 days late, but not more. Let's hope. Okay guys, love you so much. Thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.